Hello, you're listening to Abstract AF. I'm Sneha Jaswal, and I'm going to be reviewing the 2022 Thai series Cutie Pie, which has been directed by Auftion Kittipat Champa. This series has just the cutest cast, but a barely there basic story. It's about a wealthy, engaged couple who are hiding secrets from each other. So, can they make their relationship work without being transparent? That's pretty much the story, and debutant Nunu plays Kua Kirati, who's still in college and heir to an affluent family. His fiancée is a successful businessman called Lian Kilen Wang, played by Z Propanik, and the two are betrothed to each other with the blessings of their parents. So, well, you have this little modern twist where two men are engaged to each other, and that too with the consent of their family. Now, these two men have an age gap and do seem in love with each other, but Kua lives a double life. He hides the fact that he sings in a popular club, has a YouTube channel, and rides superbikes in his free time because he's scared that the older, serious Lian Kilen Wang wouldn't be thrilled by his lifestyle. There's also a parallel, silly subplot about Kua's best friend, Kondiao, played by Nat Natasit, living with Kilen's best friend, Hiai, who's played by Max Kontas R. The series is great to look at visually. The sets are lavish with brilliant mood lighting and contrasting colors. Add to that a gorgeous looking cast, and well, it's obviously very pleasing to the eye. The show has its own original soundtrack, and Kua performs a bunch of songs that are foot tapping. However, despite an evidently high budget, it doesn't seem like they invested in writers because the plot and character development is pretty poor. There's a very stereotypical power balance in the relationship of both couples in the series. Kilen and his friend Hiai are the older, dominant men, while Kua and Kondiao are the younger, submissive ones who are scared of their partners. The friendships between the men are way more meaningful than their romantic lives, especially that of Kua and Kondiao, who look out for each other and are candidly honest and hilarious while hanging out. New Chawar in The Newbie is absolutely adorable as Kua, but his character often comes across like a toddler instead of a grown-up college student. For example, he's completely in awe when he first goes to Killen's fancy house, as if he has never set foot in a plush apartment before, even though he's wealthy enough to afford an entire hideout bungalow for himself. What works best for this show is the smooth chemistry between Nunu and Z Pruk-wang, who are completely at ease on screen in all their romantic moments. The pair makes temperatures soar with their chemistry and look like childhood sweethearts who are in the cannot keep their hands off each other phase. It would be great to see them again in a new show which has a more solid storyline. As far as Cutie Pie is concerned, the first few episodes are interesting because we're just getting to know the characters and what the story is about, but soon not a lot happens. Things slow down at the beginning of episode 6 with Kua and his college gang being up to no good and behaving like total kids. It's in this episode that Max Kornthas R, who plays Hiai, shows his lack of acting skills and isn't able to pull his emotional lines off, especially when the spotlight is just on him. Nat Natasit also felt a little miscast as Kondiao. The character is a confusing mess, which is not the actor's fault. On one hand, he's shown as a helpless, lost puppy kind of a boy who behaves like a scared little slave around Hiai. But then the writers also want us to believe that he's a karate pro who can kick butt. Kondiao's relationship with Hiai feels very half-baked, with a superficial backstory about something to do with memory loss that makes no sense. Then there's a completely random third couple, Kua's college friend Sin, who falls in love with classmate Nua, who at first tries to pursue Kua but then shifts attention to Sin. Not really complaining about the third couple because they have a more realistic, healthy, normal relationship growth than everybody else in the series. The climax was on expected lines, but it was great to see the series promoting marriage equality in the end. Kua and Killen lobby for the LGBTQ community's right to get married. It's something that is rarely seen in Asian shows, despite there being a massive influx in queer-themed content. So Cutie Pie ends in a happy, conclusive way, and watch this series if you're looking for a romantic story with very little plot and a good-looking couple that gets cozy a lot. It offers a lot of fan service to BL enthusiasts, so if you are a BL fan, you should be pretty happy with the show. So that's my quick review of Cutie Pie, the 2022 Thai series. That's all. Talk to you the next time.